All right, the Seattle Seahawks just made a last-minute change, but I think it's a good one. I think, man, the Seahawks are right on the verge of quietly going 2-0 while the rest of the division is reeling with injuries. This is a good thing. So if you're new to the channel, we're Detroit Lions fans, but we have this channel talking about teams that just kind of get overlooked by the national media. Seahawks are definitely one of those teams, and I kind of get it, right? Last couple of years, just under expectations, and this year it's just kind of easy to get overlooked. New coach, it feels like they're totally rebooting, but when you watch this team and kind of understand what they're doing, it's like, man, not a lot's changed, but the important things have. So let's just get to what they've done. We'll get back to that. The Seahawks elevate a pair from the practice squad ahead of the Patriots matchup. Now, you can elevate guys from the practice squad up to the 53-man roster. You can do that 3 games a year. So they don't want you just using that same guy to, like, I never have to sign him. I can just take him from the practice squad up and down. You have to sign them to the 53-man roster, and that's where they have to be. Or you can use them 3 times to go up and down. So a couple things that's going on is that they elevate McClendon Curtis is one of them. And I should go back here. But, yeah, McClendon Curtis, we'll just start with him. He is an offensive lineman who provides versatility with George Fant questionable. So this is a good opportunity for him to get in there, do some different things. He could be guard. He could be, if you need him, you've got a guy with a little bit of versatility. I like that. And the other one is George Holani. So this spells bad news for Kenneth Walker, possibly. But we talked about George Holani a few times. This is a capable back. Over the summer, he's a capable back that if you're Seattle, you've got enough weapons that if Kenneth Walker doesn't go, it's okay. George Holani, keep an eye on that. He came from the practice squad. He's bounced around a little bit, but he's going to be on your active roster. Interested in that and how that's going to work. And by the way, let me know in the comments your score prediction for this game. I think it's Seahawks 24, Patriots 17. Big number, right? In the NFL, if you win by a touchdown or more, that's huge. And I think Seattle does that. They go to 2-0. We'll talk more about that in just a second. But let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments your score prediction. So Lions Seahawks actually in a few weeks, by the way. Here's what the Seahawks are doing. They're clearly showing that some of their main guys are out or could possibly be out for this game. So they've elevated the practice squad players at tackle and at running back. Now, as a Seahawks fan, okay, if I'm watching and I'm a Seahawks fan, I'm thinking we've got enough talent offensively. We have to do the same thing, right? Run the ball, stop the run, let Geno hit when he can hit. Tyler Lockett's still unbelievable. Feel like he's been in the league for 15 years. The defense has playmakers too. I think that's the thing. It's like, all right, Mike McDaniel, show us some things here defensively. Not only do we want to just keep us in the game, let's go win the game type of thing with a pick six, scoop and score, big play. I think you might see more of that actually from the Seahawks as well. Another thing that's interesting. Well, by the way, right, this is what we're talking about. You got, and I'll get to the Seahawks Patriots game in just a second, but here's what we're talking about with this division. It's a tough division. But all of a sudden, man, you lose Christian McCaffrey. Then the Rams lose Puka Nacua, and they're just kind of beat up. And they go play Arizona, I believe. So one of those teams is going to lose, so another division. So this division, I guess after 2 weeks, again, it's only 2 weeks. You can't win the division in 2 weeks, but you could definitely lose it. Or just be in a position where you're 0-2 and it's like, oh my gosh. But these first 2 weeks I always think are so important because it's the point where you have the most growth. It's the point where you're just most healthy and guys are the most let's go, right? It just propels you into the next few weeks. If you're 2-0 and you've had an opportunity to grow together and momentum's good, vibes are good, locker room's happy, coach feels good, he's answering questions from the media better. 2-0 in this division that you have in those upcoming games just feels like it would be huge. So let's look at it here. And here's what tells me that Seattle's going to win this game. Just unbelievable. When I love prop bets. Okay, so shout out to Field Goals here on SB Nation that put together some of their favorite prop bets, and I think this tells the story of this game. Over under Jacoby Brissett throwing for 181 yards. It's like, you see that, you just take that name away and just say, this quarterback, will they throw over under 181 yards? And you're just like, man, there's a few guys that I'm thinking can't throw that, but I'm always taking the over there with a quarterback. It just tells me that Vegas isn't dumb. He's not going to throw for many yards. He threw for 121 last week. I mean, Vegas is telling us stuff right there. Next one, Tyler Lockett, over under 45 yards. I love this. The opener filled me with one piece of regret. I doubted Lockett. Man, I've always gotten him on my fantasy teams, just kind of like a running joke, and I didn't this year because I'm like, how old is he? I didn't even look. Like, is he 37? Nope. Lockett, unbelievable, does it. In general, Lockett only needs 5 catches to surpass 45 yards. And with another CB1 trailing DK Metcalf and Christian Gonzalez, I imagine several big third down completions are going to go his way. I love that. And then this bet feels like there's no other path forward for the Patriots. Stevenson, over under 65.5. Over, I think over is fine. You can go under 2. But the point is, this is what the Patriots have. This is what they're going to do. They have to run the ball, and they just aren't going to be able to throw it much. And that's what I said in the early part of this video. The Patriots are going to be like, it doesn't matter if we have Walker or if we have Fant. What we have to do is run the ball. We have to stop the run. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter who's in there. The same game plan holds true. If you stop the run against the Patriots, you win. You go to 2-0. You get a road game out of the way, and you're in this division just feeling great. So, again, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Put your score predictions in the comments. If you've been watching us for a while by now, would love if you would subscribe. We're getting closer and closer to, I believe, 20,000 subs. And, again, we just talk about different teams around the NFL that get overlooked or people aren't just taken serious. So I don't know. That might not work with the Patriots, with the Seahawks here after long, because I think they're just going to rattle off wins, steal a couple in the division, and they'll be in really good shape. So again, make sure you subscribe if you haven't. If you've watched a few videos, especially, it's like, I've just never subscribed. Just hit the subscribe button. Appreciate that. And we'll see all of you on the next one.